So we're going to see further sub-modules within the accounts and billing module. Some of the few options available are shown as below. The first option which you're going to see is how we have to update a payment against a bill which has been generated. The bills could either be a monthly bill, as in the case of government or PSUs or any other cooperative societies who make the payment after generating the bill, or it could be for reservation customers who have made a reservation either on area basis or on back basis, because reservation bill is normally generated at the beginning of the month and is normally collected in advance and not at the end of the month. There would also be cases where there are monthly billing being generated for customers, specifically government customers, and in such cases how these bills are generated at the end of the month and not at the beginning of the month as the reservation cases are. So let us look at that. So we are going to see how to update the payment against the bills already generated and the associated cash receipts generated automatically. In this case, please remember, whenever you are updating the payment against the bill using the option, the associated cash receipt will automatically be generated, and you do not have to separately generate a cash receipt using the cash receipt option in the accounts and billing menu. I repeat, please do not generate any separately a cash receipt for payment against bill. The system will automatically generate the cash receipt. We'll see this through an example. So we go to accounts and billing. You click update payment against bill. When you click that, you see the list of bills which has been generated. If you want, you can download the invoice from here using this button. Now let me say I have generated a bill of storage for 7,959 for this customer. This was the 15 days second bill which we generated. So I'm going to click this, and then this particular box opens up and this TDS box opens up. So the party has to pay 7,959. This is, I think, inclusive of the GST. So in case if he has to pay the money, he will deduct TDS. And let us say in this case, he is deducting 600 rupees. Let us say 6,000 was mm, uh, the base bill. So he's deducting 600 rupees as TDS. And the rest amount, you can put it as 7,359. Sorry, 6,359. Okay. Sorry, it should be 7,359. So the total becomes 7,959. Now, once I do this, I go to the bottom and I say pay now. Okay. It says total due payment is 7,359 because he is deducting the TDS of 600 rupees. I proceed. It asks me the payment mode. I say check. Select payment option full. The check number. And then if you want any bank details, you can put it out here and then say pay. See this, so that particular bill has now gone from the list, if you see, from the outstanding. So this screen shows the outstanding bills in terms of what is the amount, what is the bill for, against whom, and party wise. This will come party wise. So this is the depositor 1, depositor 2, like that, it will come depositor wise. Now we have updated the system for the payment against received against this bill. Now I go to cash receipt, and here you see, on today's date 31/1, I received a check of 7,359. If I print, it'll give me the details against which bill against I received all the cash. The TDS amount is reflected. We have seen this format in the earlier modules when we generated bills for the reservation and the other bills. So this is exactly the same cash receipt format. There is no difference. Only so cash receipt is automatically generated. You do not have to manually generate the cash receipt. So this is as far as updation of payment and the associated cash receipt generation. Next, we are going to see how do we receive an advance from a customer and how the adjustment happens at the time of generation of bill. What are the times when you will receive an advance of the customer? It could typically be a case where a reservation party sometimes gives you a lump sum money in advance, Let's say he says, I have 1 lakh rupees, please take this as an advance income and keep it and keep adjusting against my bills which are being generated. Or it could be, this option is more prevalently used when there are general booking parties who keep on bag basis, specifically traders and individuals. And let us say they kept about 500 bags, and we all know in a delivery basis or a bag basis, the payment is due only when the stock is being delivered, or the stock is being issued, or the stock is being taken by the depositor. Now, what happens if a party keeps a material and doesn't turn up? So there is always that risk. So in some cases where we are not very confident of the parties, the warehouse may request the parties to deposit some advance incomes on a periodical basis so that CWC is protected from any losses towards the income. So in order to do this, let us see how this advance income is received from the depositor, and how the adjustment of this will happens at the time adjustment of this advance happens at the time of generation of the bill. We'll see this through an example. So go to accounts and billing. You see this billing. There is this advance receipt voucher. Click that. There is a button called as create advance receipt voucher. Click that. If you click the ledger name, there is only one ledger called as income received in advance. Click that. Now you select the depositor. Let us say I'm going to collect it against this account test one. This is the party whom we kept yesterday on general booking coriander. Let us say we're going to keep this. Now here you say, this is a free flow text. You can put whatever description you want. Advance income received from depositor against stock. If you know the HSN code, the GST HSN code, you can put it. The amount of advance received, let us say we received 5,000 rupees. So now if you see, this system will automatically deduct the GST from this, assuming that the party is paying 5,000 rupees including GST. So if this is the case, it will automatically get adjusted from the principal separately and the GST separately. But in case if you're not sure, what you can do is you can manually put this as 0. Similarly, you can manually put this as 0. So the entire 5,000 rupees, the entire 5,000 rupees will be taken as the total advance received. So you can either have the breakup of amount plus GST or total amount GST, and then you put it as, now if the mode of payment is cash, you can choose cash. If it is NEFT, you can choose NEFT. If it's RTGS, you can choose RTGS. If it is check or cash card, you can use all the options. The associated ledgers will automatically get populated. Let me assume in this case it was a cash. I save and close. So the advance amount has been received. Now when you go here, you see here the advance, this thing has been received. You can print it. This is the voucher. This is the voucher which we will hand over to the customer, giving the clear description. This is an advance income receipt for deposit against stock. The entire description of the amount along with the breakup of the CGST and SGST. So this is handed over to the customer like it's not like a bill, but it's like a bill. The format is same except that you don't find any GST code numbers. If you see here, the GST numbers, account service code numbers are not present here. This is handed over to the customer as a proof of receipt. Now we can also go and check the cash receipt for this. You see here, this shows that income received in advance from this party for 5,000 rupees using cash. Now if I print it, you see here, this is shown as advance receipt of 5,000 rupees, and there is against which this thing, there is the number which we just saw, the voucher number, that is reflected here. This is not the bill number, this is the advance receipt voucher number. So this is how it is, this particular model is used for receiving the advance. Now let's see how this is used to be adjusted when we are trying to generate the bill. So what we do is, we forego an issue of stock, reservation and general, delivery order. Choose the party. I choose the commodity. I take general basis. I take, I choose the compartment number. Let me say I'm taking 100 bags out. Okay. If you see here, the amount which is has to be paid by the party is 10,314. Now what I do? There is this place here, click check box if you want to adjust deposited amount against this bill. I Because you see the deposited balance, the 5,000 rupees we just received is being shown out here. If I click the income, if I take the mouse cursor on top of this, it will simply say. So what you do is you click this particular checkbox, then this entire amount will be adjusted against the bill. So if I say 5,000 rupees, bill amount 10,000 rupees, this amount will be adjusted. So I'm saying click the entire amount and I'm saying next. Okay, so as we just saw a little while ago, when we click the checkbox, the amount will be adjusted. I go to the next screen, I confirm, and it will ask me to pay the balance of 5,314 and not the entire amount of 10,314. I just say pay now. I say confirm. It will take me for the how am I paying the balance. Let me say I'm paying by NEFT. I'm paying the balance in full and I'm putting the whatever the reference number and then I pay. Okay, and then the delivery order has to be approved by the warehouse manager. Once it is done, the entire amount, the delivery order has been created for the issue. So this is the method by which you are actually adjusting the payment of advance income received by the customer at the time of generating the bill. Either it could be a um, uh, what do you call it? Either it could be a delivery against bill. We'll also see how these if the same method is used at the time of generating the bill for an advance or the for the monthly storage bill. If there is an advance income from the party, the system will ask whether you want to adjust the bill, and then you can go and adjust the bill. So these are the some of the methods by which you want to adjust the advance income received from the party. Let me now show you an example how to adjust the advance amount for a reservation based party. So what we do is we go to the billing, we click the storage bill, we come to these two options, bills to be generated. I have already received an amount of 20,000 rupees as advance for the party account test 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on bills to be generated. Account test 2, I click on the click box, I generate the bill. Now, if you go to the bottom, you'll see there is an advance amount of 20,000 rupees lying. It will ask you whether you want to adjust against this bill. So this is the menu and the option when you're generating the advanced storage charges monthly bill